Congratulations to Carole Haig and to Grandview Church for your 40 years together as organist and congregation. When I think of the 11 years that I spent at Grandview and having Carole as our organist, three things come to mind. First is her incredible musical talent, the ability to play anything that's in the hymnal, anything the choir was singing, through rehearsals and performances, to the major works that the choir so often did that required an awful lot of practice and an awful lot of talent. Secondly, I've always believed that the organist had the biggest effect on the worship service of anybody, preachers included. And Carole kept the service together Sunday after Sunday, week after week, year after year. And that takes a lot of discipline and a lot of love and a lot of caring. And thirdly, the ability to show up. Rehearsals to services year after year, we all depended on her, and she was there. I remember a particular Sunday during one Advent season when we were doing something really special that required her talents, and she got sick. She had the flu. She wasn't there for the early service. We made do. But it was important to me anyway, and to the choir, that she be there for the second service. So I called her up after the early service and said, "Just how sick are you, really?" Well, she was really sick. But she came. Fortunately, she didn't get any of us sick, but she came, she showed up, she played wonderfully, and the service went on. Carole is an incredible human being, an incredible musician, and an incredible asset to Grandview Church. And one other thing, last but not least, is her love for Grandview Church. Probably the greatest reason she's been there for 40 years. You all really matter to each other. Happy 40th.
Carole, thank you and congratulations. You're amazing. I have loved and appreciated your music for decades. But after watching last week's service that had that short feature of you playing what goes on behind the scenes when you are playing the organ, I was really impressed. 3 layers of keyboards, many pedals. I think you're not only a musician, but a gymnast. Yes, you're amazing. 40 years of life in this church. 40 years of helping to make gentle a bruised world by your music, but also by your witness. Each Sunday, each holiday, and for each of those special moments in our lives. When we joined the church, when our children were baptized, when our children sang in the choir for the first time, when they were confirmed, when they were married, you were there. You were there and a witness to our joys in life. You have also been with us at times of great sadness and loss, for funerals and for celebrations of life services for loved ones. Your music has been a pillar of our worship, and you have been by our sides as we have marched through life. We are so grateful. Thank you, and congratulations.
I have a wonderful memory of Carole. I used to live in Grandview Heights, and I would go for walks in the neighborhood, and I would purposely walk by the church when Carole was playing. I didn't know it was Carole, but her music was beautiful. And I loved Easter Sunday, and I loved Christmas Eve services because I got to hear her play. Little did I know that in 2016, we would start attending Grandview, and I got to meet Carole, who plays the beautiful music. And I can absolutely say that Carole's heart and her spirit are more beautiful than her music, and we are so lucky to have met her.
Earlier this year, on Mother's Day, I decided to post on Facebook about both Nancy's mom and my mom, who both of us have lost. And Carole reached out on Facebook and offered to be our surrogate mother. And at first we were kind of joking back and forth, but she said, no, I'm really serious. And I was like, okay, you got it. And sure enough, within the week, we got our first phone call from Mom. And from then, our relationship has just blossomed and flourished. And we have been so blessed to get to know the wonderful woman who is Carole Haig. And we appreciate you so much, Mom. And we love you so much. Congratulations on 40 years of wonderful ministry to Grandview.
And here's to 40 more. Congratulations.
Amen to that.
Congratulations, Carole. You have achieved an impressive milestone, 40 years as organist and pianist at Grandview. Your dedication and professionalism is admirable, and it was a real pleasure to work with you during my time on the music staff. You are dedicated to your music ministry and take seriously your role in worship. In addition, you are always ready for a new challenge, which you face with skill and good humor. The Grandview congregation is so fortunate to have you on the organ and piano bench each Sunday. You are deeply appreciated. Congratulations and blessings for many more years in your music ministry.